And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Welcome to Scotty Ray's Weather as we begin. Let me double check myself. It is Thursday, November the 18th. This puts us 1 week away from Thanksgiving. Not far off, is it? This has been an extremely fast year, or either I have just imagined it. It's like it's been on warp speed. But that is coming up before long. We'll be getting into Christmas. It's been a fast one. This morning, make sure to tune in at 8 a.m. as we'll go over all the ins and outs of what went on yesterday and overnight. We'll tell you about Naked Man coming up. Maybe you saw him. We'll talk about that this morning at 8 a.m. where he was located in the Meridian area, wearing nothing but a smile. Or at least I think it was a smile. Also, we had some break-ins last night while some folks were out eating from Clark County, came to the Meridian area to eat. They went into a restaurant. They came back and their car was broken into. We'll tell you all about that also. If you saw something, maybe you can help. Also, there was a standoff in Clark County last night. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Shots were fired at police officers. The person was taken into custody without incident. That's not going to be good on them shooting at a police officer. They'll have plenty of time to think about that. Charges are coming on that, I'm sure. So those are a few of the things that happened last night. Also, we'll tell you about where the Mid-South welding truck that was stolen from Rush Hospital yesterday. Do you remember us posting that? Did you see that? Or are you just tuning in first news to you? But they had made a delivery to Rush Hospital, and their truck was stolen as they made a delivery. It was found in Center Hill last night by the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department. Talk about that also this morning. A few of the things that happened in the community. It was a busy evening, without a doubt. Temperature-wise, be ready for today. It's going to be here, and it's going to go there. We're going to start out and get to a high about 69 today, and that temperature is going to drop to about 52, 53, somewhere in there. Drastic. And we're going to have gusty winds today. So y'all be prepared for this as we get ready for that. We'll look at radar, show you where the fog is in just a moment. A few good mornings to some folks that are my early risers. Tommy Ainsworth, how are you today? Robin Sullivan, good to see you. Flora Overstreet, glad you're here from Hickory. Sylvia Stewart joins us. Brian Keith McCary, how are you doing, Brian? Hope all is good. Coffee is good. Grits are even better. I hadn't had grits in a while. We've been out. I got to brush up on that and ask for some. Also, let's see. Good morning to Linda Accord. Glad you're here with us. Joy Robinson joins us. Donna Roseman, Janice Bounds, and also Terry Ray. The older we get, the faster time flies. You are not lying. I assume it's age. I'm not really sure, but it sure is in warp speed to me. Linda Jane, how are you this morning? Glad to see you. Also, Steve and Wanda McKinnon. Good morning to y'all. Pat Banks from the big city of Macon. Also, we'll talk about Macon, just north of Macon yesterday morning. And we got a lot of fog this morning south of I-20 today. But yesterday morning, it was kind of everywhere. And there was an accident that happened just north of Macon near Brooksville, Mississippi. And a truck driver lost his life yesterday in that tragic wreck. I'm told that he was from the Sebastopol, but over in Winston County is where I think he was from. Condolences to the family there. And that's a few of the things that happened there. Good morning, Pat Banks. Glad you're here with us. All right, let's take a look at radar, and let's look at this fog of what's going on this morning here. Here we are. Here's Meridian. Here's the line of I-20. If you'll look at all of this, even out to Beaumont, Lake Charles, if you're going to be going through Louisiana, parts of Texas this morning, fog is in the area there. As you look a little bit closer there, Lake Charles busy, Alexandria, Louisiana, and we go all the way over here to southwestern. Here's Vicksburg, and we go south toward Natchez, and all around the Natchez area there at the Mississippi River is covered in fog. Thicker in some areas as you zoom in on this. If you're going to be near Natchez, just to the northeast of there, that's going to be in Selma, Mississippi. A lot of fog there for you. Roxy, y'all got it. Headed over to Meadville. Now, we go across east from Natchez to the Hattiesburg area. There's a lot of fog in there. If you're traveling from Meridian, here's Meridian sitting here in Clark County, and also Jasper County have a fog advisory in effect until 9 a.m. this morning. And the further south you get, the thicker this is going to get, especially as you get near Jones Junior College. Let's turn this on and take a look at this. Here's Jones Junior College, and you go south there to USM. It's going to get very, very thick. Here's Wayne Academy here at Waynesboro. Fog all around there as well. But we have to give the award to Hattiesburg this morning for the thickest at this point. point. So be careful if you're traveling south of Meridian, I-20, 59 in those areas. Any of these two-lane roads toward Loosedale coming toward the Meridian area, it's going to be pretty thick there. Mobile, y'all have got it as well. You're coming out of that tunnel as you get there on the interstate. Could be rough there. West of Montgomery, we've got a lot showing as well. So we got some concerned areas, as I mentioned, like yesterday morning, that accident that happened there north of Macon. This can happen in the blink of an eye, and you can never see it coming due to fog. And we don't want any more accidents, do we? Not at all. So that's a little bit of what's stirring on that end this morning as we begin this day. All right, let's switch and let's get things going and get deeper into the weather to let you know what the forecast is going to do today and what to expect. That's all right here.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
As we officially look at our record highs and record lows, 1930, a high of 83 degrees was set on this date. That was kind of warm. We go back to 1951 to get the record low. It was 20 degrees on this date back in 51. Long before the 55 and 56 Chevrolet came about. It was a cold day here in Mississippi. As we move forward to take a look at what today brings. Now, we have rain chances. We started out with this forecasted to be around 50%. That's down now. We're down to 30% chance, and this should be ending by 1 p.m. Through lunch, it ought to be over. But our temperatures, again, as I mentioned earlier, and we'll look at this as we get closer into the breakdown of this, it's going to get up to near 70, 69, 68, somewhere there, and then temperatures will drop throughout the afternoon. It's going to be gusty, 20-mile-an-hour gust, and we'll have that for several days. So although it's going to be warm when you step out of the house right now, if you have to work on the outside, grab I guess you call them old flannel jackets if you're going to be outside. I got plenty of them, love them. But it'll keep you warm as the day starts those temperatures dropping. Make sure you got something for later on there. As we go into Alabama, they hadn't released theirs, but it's pretty much the same as we go across into Livingston, Alabama, and those areas there. We're looking at the same temperatures covering us today as they are there. Now, Patchy Dense Fog is listed here as we go to the National Weather Service out of Jackson. And this is going to be a half a mile to a quarter mile. As we see now, as we looked at live radar just a moment ago, it's less than that right around the Hattiesburg area. It could be down to a quarter mile visibility in that Hattiesburg area. So if you're there traveling through Hattiesburg, be careful this morning. Slow down anywhere south of Meridian. Be careful. Leave early. As we look at the Alabama side, we do have plenty of fog over here. Demopolis, Alabama has a fog advisory all through Selma. And this is going to be the southern portion of Alabama like it is in Mississippi. From there toward the coast is going to have this down to Mobile. We saw where Mobile was having a lot of fog this morning as well. And they're listing it as quarter-mile visibility in Bama as well this morning, so y'all be careful. As we look at this, still nothing going on with the tropics as we have a clear ocean there in the Gulf and out to the Atlantic. Nothing stirring in the waters today, which is great news. I'm glad of that. All right, let's go ahead and start looking at this. Temperatures, what's going to happen next 6 to 10 days? We've got most of eastern Texas at a normal. Western Texas is a little bit warmer as that pushes our way. We're still a tad bit below here in the state of Mississippi and Alabama and extreme eastern portions of Louisiana. This is going to carry on over to Georgia as we look at our temperatures headed toward Thanksgiving there. All right, let's do the breakdown of what we've got today. And the National Weather Service tells us, as I've mentioned several times this morning, 30% chance of rain today is what we've got. We'll hit almost 70 degrees before it's all said and done. And then temperatures will start to fall right around 11 o'clock when that rain is ending. That rain should end between 11 and 1. And then temperatures are going to fall to about 52, and it's going to be gusty with wind gusts of about 20 miles an hour. So that's a wind that cuts you when you're out there. We'll go from extremely warm, wearing a short sleeve shirt, to give me a coat quickly. So keep it in mind. Tonight, it's going to be cold. 36 degrees is what we're expecting. If you've got pets, think of them. Throw a little hay if they've got to stay outside. If you can, let them on in that laundry room there. Shut the door. They're like us. They like to be warm just like you. And if you've got plants as well, 36, it's not a frost, but it's still chilly there. Take precautions there. We'll get a high tomorrow, not near as warm as it is today. We'll go to 59 tomorrow and colder tomorrow night. Look at that temperature as we go down to 33, right at the freezing degree mark. It's going to be a lot of frost that moves in on Friday night coming into Saturday morning, and that's where you really want to cover those plants. So you've got enough time in between today and Saturday morning to take care of that widespread frost again. That'll start moving in after 4 a.m. Friday morning into Saturday morning. We'll hit a high of 66 on Saturday, as you see here, 45 for our low. Church, looks like it'll warm back up. We'll hit 71 on Sunday, that low 46, and a smidgen of a chance of rain Monday and Tuesday there with a 10% chance. Not much to worry about there. As we come along to Tuesday, a high of 53, and on Thanksgiving Eve, we've got a 20% chance of showers is what the forecast is calling for. So that's where we are on that so far. Now, let's go ahead and jump in to another 7 days after that, make it extremely 7 days from now. And as we look at this, Thanksgiving Day is down to a mostly cloudy sky, where we did have a chance of it being a lot of rain at one time. That's out of the forecast. Now we're down to about a 20% chance there on Thanksgiving Day. So not bad. Rain chance, showers back into the forecast, push forward into Black Friday if you're going to be out for that, out shopping on Friday. So there you go. Not bad at all. We'll have temperatures right around the 60-degree mark, some in the 50s, nighttime lows anywhere from 37 to about 42 on average for the next 2 weeks. But we do have some extremely cold weather coming in tonight and tomorrow night. 36 tonight, around 33 to end your Friday night. If you're going to a ball game with those anywhere, going to be out in some bleachers tomorrow night, carry that little buddy heater. It might be good to have. Cold temperatures there. So that's a brief outlook of what we've got going on this morning. Thank y'all for coming by. Sandy Johnson, thank you for visiting with us this morning. I appreciate that. Also, Karina Jones, welcome. Foggy in Collinsville, Tommy Ainsworth says. Y'all watch that. From Philadelphia, Brian Guess, how are you doing there? Glad to see you up and at 'em as well as we begin this day. Let's see here, making sure I didn't have... Let's see here. So everything's... off to a good start. We'll tell you about all the crime and things that went on this morning beginning at 8. We'll do a breakdown of who, what, when, and how. And as always, anything that you see, we got a lot of inboxes last night. Thank y'all for sharing those of what was going on in the neighborhoods of what y'all saw. We got as many as that solved as we could as they came in last night. Thank y'all. We'll be back here. Candace getting ready to join me as we begin this Thursday. It's going to be a great day again south of Meridian. Be careful with fog. It's everywhere. Good morning, Miss LaWanda Grantham. Glad to see you there. I'll be back very soon, a little over an hour from now, as we'll kick into the morning show, beginning live at 8 a.m. right here at Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and also we'll be live on television. You can join us any way that you'd like there on MeTV 24, 248 Comcast. Also 24.3 on the antenna. And you can see that as well as in Philadelphia and Newton on your cable networks as well. So we'll be back very shortly. Thank y'all for dropping by. Again, right now, we're at 64, headed for a low of 52 for today. We'll see you soon. Here's Scotty Ray's weather.
Scotty Ray's weather is brought to you by